I was in the middle of writing my next newsletter, and the power went out, of course, in a brand new neighborhood. So surprise, surprise. So I decided to take a break and share a little bit with you all um, what my next newsletter is all about. I'm focusing on how us as introverts can be noticed and can make an influence and make an impact at work without having to be loud, right? And there's a lot of different ways that we can do this, but one of the key things that I came across when I was doing my research was, you know how typically, right, we're in meetings and we have, those individuals like to be loud for the sake of being loud, but when they open their mouths they're not really saying anything that's meaningful or valuable, but they get noticed and then people remember them. So how do we compete with that as introverts? And one of the things that I want to share with you that is probably one of the most important things in this newsletter that I'm writing is you can still be influential, but with one-on-one connections. So the goal is yes, we do really great work and we sometimes let our work speak for ourselves. And you may hear that from other people, but you're never going to get away from people talking about you and advocating for you when you're not in the room. So building these one-on-one connections, whether they're in meetings, before meetings, or after meetings, even if it's via email afterwards or using like asynchronous communication like Teams or Slack or something like that. If you were just in a meeting with a whole bunch of people, you maybe said one or two things that had a high value, high impact, but you want to follow up with your manager or another leader that's in the room. Send them an email or send them a message afterwards so they can remember who you are, and they're much more likely to talk about you and remember you the next time they're in a conversation with another one of their colleagues. So start trying to incorporate that in your meetings and let me know how it goes. And don't forget, you can subscribe to my newsletter at thequietedge.com. And there's a spot on there where you can go check out the newsletter, subscribe. It's totally free, but then you're going to get an email every week, every Monday, and it's going to point you to the next release of my newsletter. So go check it out, please. Thanks.